First in high definition from the station on your side, this is WAVY News 10.
Neighbors called 10 on your side about all the police activity this morning at a Portsmouth home.
Yeah, a lot of activity. They watched Virginia Beach officers take the homeowners away in handcuffs. Here's the scene. Investigators spent the morning loading items from inside the home into police vehicles. Neighbors along Nottoway Avenue wanted to know what's going on. So 10 on your side's Ann McNamara is live tonight to answer some of those questions. Ann, what'd you find out?
Well, the two homeowners, Craig and Terry Phillips, they're both in jail in Virginia Beach tonight. They're each charged with embezzlement of more than $200. And one neighbor told us today it seemed like this couple had an endless supply of money. There's no doubt about it. Number 3801 is a nice house. It's so nice, neighbors say it sticks out like a sore thumb, starting with the vehicles in the driveway.
Hummer, like 3 trucks, the Corvette, an Escalade, several vehicles.
Nice vehicles.
Nice vehicles.
Security cameras line the front porch where friends say Craig Phillips and his wife Terry have lived for about 10 years. Some neighbors say they keep a tight circle.
He's a peculiar guy. He keeps to himself and does a lot with his house and stuff.
Thursday morning, Virginia Beach police served a search warrant at the Portsmouth home after a month-long investigation into economic crimes. Police took the Phillips into custody and took their belongings away in bags of evidence. Among them, a large jar, apparently full of money.
Yeah, I saw him this morning when I was getting ready to head out to work. They had the street blocked off, and he was in the back of the police car.
Craig and Terry Phillips are each charged with embezzlement of more than $200. Both have a secured bond of $5,000 at the Virginia Beach jail. Neighbors say they don't know what the Phillips did for work, only that they owned a business.
Phillips Photography, which was right around here on Western Branch, and they were getting ready to open the first 24-hour tanning salon over in Harborview in Suffolk.
Says he works with a pawn shop. So that's what I know about him.
But police expect to learn more about what they did behind closed doors by the evidence they're bringing out of them. I'm told tonight Virginia Beach police are still investigating in Portsmouth. They're still at their home taking items out and collecting more evidence. Now, as for where that money came from or more charges that could be forthcoming, we're still waiting to hear from that. And what we're going to do is read the search warrant and the affidavit. But of course, those cannot be released until they are done investigating at that home. In Virginia Beach, I'm Ann McNamara, 10 on your side.
All right, Ann, thanks a lot. We checked the Phillips background and learned that in 2003, the couple had filed for bankruptcy.
A former Portsmouth track coach who admitted secretly filming high school girls showering was back on track until today. The Virginia High School League executive director says that he suspended John Crute indefinitely. The VHSL certified Crute as a track official, but recently became aware of his past. In the 90s, Crute faced a dozen felony charges related to filming girls at Portsmouth schools. He was never convicted. 10 on your side's Melanie Woodrow checked into this story for us. Melanie, what'd you find out?
Well, Stephanie, I just got off the phone with the Virginia High School League's executive director. He could not tell me how many years Crute has been certified to work with high school track athletes, but did say he is no longer certified. Crute is suspended from the VHSL indefinitely. Tonight, a look back at the events that led to today's decision. Dozens of tapes of Portsmouth High School girls showering. This was the evidence used to press charges against Woodrow Wilson High School track coach John Crute.
When my body was exposed and I realized that not only I had to see it and my mama had to see it, but police officers had already seen it before me. And that the body that I wasn't showing anyway was already being shown by other people.
Despite painful victim testimony, Crute walked.
He should have got some kind of punishment. I mean, the tapes proved that he watched the girls undressing, so he should have got some punishment.
A one-year statute of limitations expired.
The statute of limitations had run out, so they should help make the statute of limitations longer.
Lawmakers did, changing it a year later to 5 years. The Portsmouth High School girls Crute admittedly taped grew up and graduated, but Crute's involvement with high school track teams didn't end. He was listed as a 2011 independent certified track official with the Virginia High School League. That means any Virginia school could contract him at a track event. The league does not certify anyone on the Virginia Sex Offender Registry. Crute was not on that registry. VHSL's executive director says information from multiple sources has led him to indefinitely suspend Crute. He will not appear on the 2012 TRAK officials list. Crute lives in Richmond. VHSL's executive director told me he has no idea whether or not Crute knows that he is now suspended. Coming up tonight, new at 5:30, hear from the VHSL executive director, Ken Tilley, about this decision and whether or not he believes the VHSL needs stricter guidelines. In the newsroom, Melanie Woodrow, 10 on your side.
All right, Melanie, thanks. A big story we followed yesterday. Follow up to the story 10 on your side broke yesterday on WAVY.com. The abduction suspect arrested after a police pursuit through 2 cities made his first appearance in court today. He was denied bond. Police charged 31-year-old Emilio Sanchez, the man right there, with felony abduction and eluding police. The chase unfolded yesterday. Remember this? Yesterday afternoon, as our WAVY traffic jam cams rolled, officers followed a gold-colored minivan from Chesapeake into Norfolk. The pursuit ended in the water near Freemason Street. Only Chopper 10 showed you this after Sanchez crashed his van, jumped into the Elizabeth River, and was arrested. Police say Sanchez abducted his estranged wife from a Chesapeake parking lot. We're told the woman was not hurt.
Newport News police are looking for the person who robbed a Dollar Tree store. Now, this is some surveillance video from last night's holdup at the Warwick Boulevard Dollar Tree. Employees say the suspect had a gun and forced workers into the office to open the safe. He ran out with money. No one was hurt. Police say someone broke into nearly 24 cars, trucks, and SUVs in Dare County. North Carolina investigators say the burglars took change and credit cards from mostly unlocked vehicles in Martins Point early yesterday morning. Now, the suspect did not take any electronic devices, interestingly. Police say this is an important reminder: lock your doors and don't leave valuables in your car.
And we're on your side with a 10-time saver traffic alert. VDOT will test the tide gates at the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel this weekend. Drivers can expect stopped traffic between 5 and 6 a.m. on Sunday. You can avoid delays by using the Monitor Merrimack Bridge Tunnel.
Ocean Breeze Water Park is adding a new attraction, Adventure River. It'll be ready by opening day, so get ready. Park visitors will climb into a tube and drift down a 1,000-foot-long river through waves, past waterfalls, and through geysers. A bar and grill, a deck area, and new restrooms are also part of the expansion. The North Carolina State School Board made a decision about adding more days to the school year. Nervous kids still ahead at 5:30. Why students, you can breathe a sigh of relief. For now.
10 on your side has followed local homeowners' Chinese drywall dilemma since 2009. Today, I confronted the attorney for the manufacturer. He was in a Norfolk court. That story up.
What level of responsibility does Tyshawn have to make everyone whole?
We don't really have any comment.
Find out why the man who sold the drywall says he's a victim too.
And who couldn't use some extra money this time of year? Well, the IRS is holding on to millions of dollars, and some of that money could be yours. We'll tell you how you can collect.
And a look at our clear skies throughout the area. Obviously a cool day, even cooler night. Ooh, we've got some warmer weather in the forecast. You want to see that in a few minutes.
You're watching WAVY News 10 at 5 with Tom Shad, Nicole Ribas, and Super Doppler 10 Chief Meteorologist Don Slater.
House Republicans are drafting legislation to renew an expiring unemployment benefits program. Lawmakers intend to add it to a planned extension of a Social Security payroll tax cut. Both are due to run out on December 31st. Republicans say the cost of extending both programs will be covered within the measure, making sure deficits don't rise as a result. The measure is expected on the House floor for a vote next week. Letting extended jobless assistance expire would mean millions of people would lose weekly benefits averaging $296. Without the payroll tax extension, middle-class families could see a $1,000 tax increase. Well, tax time is still a few months away, but thousands of Americans still haven't received their refunds from last year's returns. What?
Yeah, get this. The IRS owes, are you ready? 99,000 Americans money from their 2010 tax returns.
I'm not one of them.
Oh, darn. Well, the government can't send them out because it doesn't have the correct mailing addresses. The average refund here, more than $1,500. Now, if you think you're owed that money, and who wouldn't know, right? Log on to irs.gov and click on Where's My Refund? That's the link on the right. We posted a link to that page also on WAVY.com. Just check under featured links.
And the IRS will verify your identity and get back to you, get this, within a couple of business days. After all this time. If you don't check the site, you'll have no idea if the IRS is trying to send you a check, so log on. The agency doesn't contact taxpayers by phone or email to get their correct addresses.
Wow. Well, a bad problem has turned into a good one, if that's possible. More than hundreds of Head Start students who nearly had no toys for Christmas may end up with too many to count. Yesterday, we told you how the preschool program for low-income children missed the deadline to apply for the Salvation Army's toy giveaway. Well, a couple of local businesses stepped in and created their own toy drives for the kids, and now the Salvation Army tells us they have given the group 350 applications. Those approved can pick up toys the week before Christmas. Stiletto self-defense. High heels aren't just pretty, they're powerful. How you can use your shoes as a weapon. Look out, Andy.
Oh boy, look at that. And 10 on your side has followed local homeowners fight over Chinese drywall for years. Today, a courtroom was the latest battleground. We're the only ones there. We'll tell you what happened when the attorney for the manufacturer of the defective building material faced a judge and our camera when we come back. The battle over Chinese drywall played out in a Norfolk court. Several lawsuits across the country allege the imported drywall puts out a sulfuric-type gas that corrodes copper wiring and can smell like rotten eggs. In a story you'll see only on 10, the judge entered a default judgment against the Chinese company that could make the company financially responsible for damages.
What level of responsibility does Tyshawn have to make everyone whole?
We don't really have any comments on the case, if you don't mind.
Attorney John Talota represents Tyshawn Gypsum Company in China. Tyshawn shipped over 1 million sheets of drywall to America that federal regulators claim can emit gases, and those gases can corrode copper coils and pipes and electrical systems like this. Attorney Jack Drescher represents several homeowners who've lost their homes and a lot of money.
I mean, they're completely out of luck at this stage. I mean, obviously we're hoping to recover damages for them, but to the extent, as you've said, they've lost their homes, they've lost their homes.
Tyshawn shipped over 100,000 sheets of drywall to distributor Sam Porter, who says he had no idea the drywall was tainted until complaints came in. He says he's a victim too, probably the one person who's lost the most.
I've lost my job, my career, my money, my savings, my wife, everything. I have nothing.
Brian Slaughter represents a home builder who bought drywall from Porter.
You know, they're victims just like all the homeowners were. They are a great home builder and they constructed good homes and they relied on the supplier to provide them with a quality product.
Homeowners who lost their homes looking to get back what they lost.
What do you think needs to be done to make you whole?
No comment.
Homeowners devastated and weary. They fought a long, hard battle with a long, hard battle to go. And Tyshawn's saying, if you want to come after us, you come to China, questioning whether U.S. courts have jurisdiction. But this is where the victims are.
That's exactly the point. To the extent there's a problem with this product that's manufactured over there, and they knew it was coming over here, they should be subjected to jurisdiction in a court in the United States.
And still no comment from the Tyshawn attorney.
We don't comment on cases. I'm not trying to be difficult. We don't comment on our cases.
Well, we'll still keep asking the questions, that's for sure. It's all a big trickle down, everyone, from China to the distributor, to the builder, to the homeowner. Victims all over the place. This is a long way from over and will eventually end up in the state Supreme Court. Attorneys will go to China in January to try and get to the bottom of Chinese drywall in America.
Oh, strong Santa Ana winds caused quite a bit of damage in Southern California overnight. Take a look. The powerful winds caused tens of thousands of power outages and property damage throughout the Los Angeles area. LAX had to close 2 runways because of debris and lights out. When power lines fell, they sparked several brush fires. Wind gusts as high as 80 miles an hour expected through tomorrow.
Hey, real quick before we get to weather, a big shout out to Stephanie. She's the one who did that story on the toys yesterday, the Head Start. And because of your story, all those toys are.
Well, I don't know if it was just because of my story, Andy. Thank you for making that. But yeah, but all that matters is that the kids are getting the toys, right?
That's right.
That's what we care about. And is Santa going to be able to get here on his sleigh this year?
Well, I don't know about the sleigh, but I think he'll be able to get here. It feels like wintertime out there in terms of the temperature, and of course we're in December now. Certainly a chilly, chilly day throughout the area. Skies are clear as a bell. Nothing to see here on Super Pretend Live. I did want to show you this real quickly. I saw that we were leading off, or right before me, we had those Santa Ana winds. I didn't get all the wind gusts here, but in the light blue colors and the green colors, that's where they're getting some of the heavier winds rolling on down through the mountain passes. And just to the north of the LA area, some of the passes through the Malibu area, for example, is just north of here on up towards Santa Barbara. So again, very, very strong winds going on right through there. Now, take a look at what's going on nationally, or the east half of the U.S. Very, very quiet weather throughout our part of the world. You can see a few clouds offshore, but an area cloud in the sky for our area. Here's our FUTURETRAK computer model, and high pressure will dominate. We'll see a little bit of a reinforcing shot of cool air move on through coming up later in the day tomorrow. As far as cloud cover into Saturday, nothing going on there. However, eventually some of this rainfall is going to make its way eastward. I think by Tuesday we'll start to see some cloud cover, and by Tuesday night some rainfall into the area. But until then, it's going to get gradually warmer. Not much warmer at first, but it'll get gradually warmer over the next couple of days. Not tonight either. It's going to get cold with clear skies throughout the area, light northerly wind and northwesterly, very, very light winds during the overnight hours. And there's that little reinforcing shot of cool air that arrives late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and that'll keep things cool on Saturday as well. But it'll gradually warm on up. During the day tomorrow, well, today we hit only around 53 degrees. Tomorrow it'll be around 56, 55, and I'm going for 57 for a high temperature for tomorrow. And then into Friday, remember we had that little reinforcing shot of cooler air. It'll likely be around 54, 55 during the day Saturday. Normal is 57, but then we get into Sunday and it warms up a little more significantly. Now, sunshine throughout the area, but deceptive because, again, very, very chilly day throughout the area. Clear skies into the region, and it's going to remain clear overnight. It'll really start to cool off. 48, 45, 50 in Norfolk. Again, that high today of 50 degrees. 43 for a low. Well, that was in Norfolk. Most areas dropped on off into at least the upper 30s last night. And you can see Norfolk's temperatures last night dropped to 43. High today, 53 degrees. Here's where we are for the peninsula as well, 38. And tonight, we're going to drop on down to our current temperature readings. Again, 44, 48, 50 degrees into the area. And our lows last night, again, we're 28 all the way up to 43. So just all over the place. And they're going to be all over the place again tonight. But I think everybody's going to get a little bit colder during the overnight hours. We're looking at 28, 30, 40 for the south side, around 28 to 37 for the peninsula, around 30 to 36 degrees, 37 degrees, middle peninsula, northern neck, eastern shore, 32 to 34, and tomorrow 57, 54, but warmer by Sunday and definitely into Monday and Tuesday.
A scare for shoppers in one store. The customers are getting cut up.
And I felt something stick me in the finger. I was like, what is that? So I kept trying to put it on some more, and I felt it stick me in the foot that time.
What is going on? Well, police say several customers found in clothing they just bought.
And we are just 3 weeks away from the start of the winter, but is VDOT ready for another big snowstorm like this? Tonight at 5:30, hear what the agency is doing to make sure it's ahead of the storm.
Police in Georgia say several people were stuck by syringes and clothing from the same Walmart.
And I felt something stick me in the finger. I was like, what is that? So I kept trying to put it on some more, and I felt it stick me in the foot that time. So I sat down on the stairs with my niece, and I started unrolling the pajamas, and I found the needle, and it scared me half to death.
I bet. In addition to the teenager, another woman was stuck in the hand when she opened a package of bras she had bought. Another woman found a broken syringe in the pocket of a pair of pants. Investigators are reviewing store surveillance video to try to find out who done it.
Wow, well, they can't help complete an outfit, but have you ever thought about using your high heels as weapons? Andy, I'm sure you do it all the time. There's actually a name for this. It's called stiletto self-defense.
The first thing you do with those sexy stilettos is stomp your heel right down on the foot, okay? Hopefully it'll go right through the foot. You can also take your foot and go up the groin with the stiletto as well.
That's sexy. Self-defense experts say you can also prevent an attack with awareness. Stand up straight, shoulders back, and make sure you're looking around Don't make yourself vulnerable by texting or listening to headphones. Well, it is that time of year when there's an increase in deaths related to heart problems, but you could save a life with the help of a popular song. We're on your side to show you how.
And don't stress out. 10 is on your side with ways to beat the holiday humbug and enjoy the most wonderful time of the year. While most Americans say distracted driving is very dangerous, a majority admit they often take their eyes off the road. A new poll of more than 2,000 American adults, listen to this, finds 80% eat or drink while driving. More than half talk on a non-hands-free cell phone, and 1 in 3 text behind the wheel. About 14% admitted they put on makeup in the car. The poll also found younger drivers were more likely to be distracted behind the wheel. Men were more likely to consult a GPS or surf the internet while driving.
Well, heart-related deaths increase during the holidays, so now is the time to learn how to perform CPR or get a refresher course.
You want to place your hands between the nipple line, and so it will be right there. You want to press about 2 inches deep. You also want to give the chest some time to inflate back before you push again.
And the newest guidelines say no mouth-to-mouth needed anymore, just steady compressions to the chest, 100 per minute, to the tune of a famous disco song.
You know, at the time of emergency, you're going to be really nervous, all the adrenaline's running through your body, but if you just sing the Staying Alive song by the Bee Gees and try to time your compressions with it, you'll save a life.
She didn't sing it.
Yeah, she has to sing that.
Okay. CPR saves lives when implemented in the first minutes after someone's heart has stopped. Call 911, then begin those compressions.